Good morning, good afternoon, welcome back. In today's video, we attempting to draw this image and I'll guide you through step-by-step process on how to achieve it. So let's get to AutoCAD and start working. Alright, so basically, we are first going to get a rectangle with length 8 units and height 5 units. So specify our first point. Length is 8. Once you type in the length, you press tab on your keyboard, and then the height is 5 units. Okay, there you have it. Then we have another one. Length 6 units, height 0.6 units. So rectangle again. Let's do it separately here. Length 6. Press tap to switch to the height 0.6. Enter. Select it. Move. And then from its center to the center. Alright, and then we move it down again. Alright, so what I'm trying to do is get the top of the smaller one lie on the top of the bigger one, and then I can then move it down by 0.4 units. So you click specify the direction and then you input the distance. There you have it. And from the top of our rectangle, 1.4 units down, there is a bar. So we have a line. Alright, here it's a line. And then you just move it 1.4 units. So you can start from this, make sure it's a straight line. 1.4. Okay. Alright, now let's work on the curved edges. The top has a radius of 0.5. So we use fillets. Radius, input the radius, press enter. Select the edges. AutoCAD automatically curves them up for you. You press enter to just repeat the same with the same. Repeat the same command with the same values. Make changes to the radius. You select the radius command there, and the bottom two have radii of 2. Right. Press enter to repeat with the same radius value there. Now the inner rectangle, has radii 0.2 at each of the edges. Enter to repeat. Or if you prefer, you can always go the manual way. Select fillet, select radius, input the radius, and then you can select the edges. So now, when we are done with that, let's move on to the next part of the image. You realize that at the bottom third there is a circle. So these are the details of the circle there. Let's work on it. There is the location, the overall radius of the circle. Alright, it's center diameter. that's 0.96. Alright, and it's 1.4 units from this part, this instance. Alright, so we move it upward by 1.5 units. Sorry, 1.4. Yeah, so you can start working from there. Alright, let's get the circle with radius 0.36. and another with radius 0.12. Alright, let's do this. Let's get our, okay, so we have our 15 degrees here. Get our line from the center. This is 90 to 75, that's 15 to the left. Oops, I think I went beyond. Sorry about that. 90 here, so 15. Alright, yeah, so that's it. Let's do this out, this and this. This. Then what we do is just select this, put it in an array in the center of the circle at the center. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's it. You press enter. There you have it. Image or drawing 19 of start 72 practice drawing. Thank you for your time. See you soon.